Hello guys and gals, and welcome. So today we're going to be looking at another rune word, and the rune we're going to be looking at today is called Holy Thunder. Makes me always think of that song. It's a Holy Thunder! Holy Thunder is a very cheap rune word with EthRalOrtTal. It does require a 4-socket scepter, so that could be a little bit difficult to come across. And the interesting thing about making it in a scepter is that you have the ability to very specifically choose a scepter that is already having plus to skills on it. So when you think about Holy Thunder, don't just think about the abilities on Holy Thunder. What you need to also think about is the fact that Holy Thunder also gives you the ability to sort of min-max your plus to skills, so you can have more than just the plus to skills that are on the item. And the variables on this particular item are none. So we're just going to go over the item here on on the game instead of going over to the website like normal. So Holy Thunder is a 60% enhanced damage, which is not a huge amount of enhanced damage, but it's a decent amount. And for level 24, it can be enough if you make it in the right item. Unfortunately, I made this in a War Scepter. It probably needed to be made in a Divine Scepter, would have been a better choice. So you're probably looking for a Divine Scepter, which is the Nightmare quality, because, you know, at level 24, you're obviously well past the War Scepter at this particular stage. We also have a plus 10 to maximum damage, which is very nice to have on any kind of weapon. Negative 25% targets defense, which of course comes from the Eth rune and is also very nice to have on melee weapons. We have 5 to 30 fire and 21 to 110 lightning damage, both of which are very, very nice to have for any kind of like quick attacking characters, like Zeal characters, because the more times that you can attack, the more you can apply this damage. We also have 75 to poison damage, which is coming from the of course the Tal rune. So we've got fire, we've got lightning, we've got poison, very, very nice. And then of course we also have plus 3 to Holy Shock. Now the interesting thing here is that you could theoretically find a plus 3 Holy Shock Divine Scepter and socket it with this rune word, and you would have plus 6 to Holy Shock. You could also put any other number of things on here that you want. So if you find a Divine Scepter that has plus to Zeal, or plus to Holy Shield, or plus to Holy Shock, or plus to Vigor, or plus to Meditation, or whatever it is that you would want to have on your Paladin, you can make this rune word in it and get those bonuses as well. So keep that in mind. We also have 5% to maximum lightning resistance. Lightning resist plus 60%, which is a huge bonus to your lightning resistance. And then we also have level 7 chain lightning charges, which which I don't know if they're really going to come in handy. I think it does around, I want to say like 100 damage on the top end, like 106. I think it's about 106 damage on the top end for a level 7 chain lightning, and it's not going to be amazing. At level 24, you might have some fun with it. It is going to bounce in between targets, quite a few targets. So Chain Lightning actually goes up in the number of targets that it bounces in between every level. So we're looking at a rather low-level Chain Lightning, so it's probably 5 or 6 bounces, which is not like ridiculous. Really, the benefit of this particular scepter comes in with the plus 3 Holy Shock. So if you were actually going to be a Holy Shock Paladin, you know, obviously aside from the Dream Paladin, that's a different Paladin entirely, this could definitely be a good weapon for you if you can find a plus 3 Holy Shock base and then put this rune word in it. You would have a plus 6 Holy Shock base, and then of course you can have some other nice effects on there as well. Like I would definitely go for plus to Zeal, because if you're a Holy Shock Paladin, you're probably using Zeal. And the elemental damage combined with the Holy Shock boost, combined with the negative target's defense and the various other effects, is definitely useful to a Holy Shock Paladin. Now, one of the downsides though with this that I'm seeing is that it's has no IAS on it, and as a elemental damage dealer, you really kind of want that elemental spamming, essentially. So the faster you can attack, the more times you can apply your elemental damage, which is what you want. You don't want to attack slowly with elemental damage attacks because that's just silly. With melee weapons with physical damage, if you're using a really fast weapon, it usually has very low physical damage, and if you're using a very slow weapon, it usually has very high physical damage. All right, you can't control that. That is a balancing mechanic. However, when you have a huge amount of elemental damage being applied to your attack, it doesn't matter whether your weapon is slow or fast, so you're going to choose the one that is fast because it's going to apply your elemental damage quicker. And this, of course, increases your DPS exponentially, because if you're using a very slow weapon with 1,000 lightning damage, you might be doing only 1 hit every 2 seconds. And if you're using 1,000 damage with a dagger, you could do like 3 attacks in a second. So it's very interesting to think about it that way. Just think about that faster weapons with elemental damage attacks are better. Now, the +6 to Holy Shock will have a huge damage bonus, though. And perhaps it would be worth it, at least for a little while, until you get to a higher level. All in all, this is a very interesting choice for a Holy Shock Paladin. I'm not really sure it's a interesting choice for many other characters. If you were a Paladin specifically who wanted to use this and you weren't a Holy Shock Paladin, I'm not really sure. Of course, this could be used on non-Paladin characters, if you just want the fire, the lightning, the poison, the negative targets defense, and so forth and so on. I mean, lightning resist 60% is pretty high, and maybe you're just a low-level sorceress and you're struggling with lightning resistance, and you'd like to use your EthRalOrtTal runes and a scepter just so you can grab some 60% lightning res. Not exactly a terrible idea for a little while as a stopgap measure until you manage to come across something better. Anyway, there's not much more to say about this rune word. It's definitely an interesting one specifically for Holy Shock Paladins. And as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and keep watching.